I need to be talked off of the ledge. Everyone knows by now I'm a huge Steelers fan. Like, that's my team. I'm riding with my team, all the things. I also am nitpicky, and I will pick and prod and all the things.
I guess today I'll be moonlighting as a therapist, but when I'm not in therapy mode, I'm a retired 9-year NFL veteran. Spent 4 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers from 2014 through 2017, the Killer Bee era. And yeah, man, had a ton of fun. Obviously, man, throughout my time here, won a lot of games, man, got close to a championship, AFC championship. But as a whole, man, still love everything black and gold. And like you said, man, around the clock doing content on it, and that's shown through YouTube and everywhere else. So yeah, excited to be here with you though. So let's do this. Let's go.
Do it.
Appreciate you again taking some time to jump on the channel, and appreciate the opportunity for letting me jump on your channel as well.
Absolutely.
Like I said, we will do this again in the future, but
Oh my gosh, when is the last time we have seen that intro? Like, we're winners.
Hey now. Hey now.
Like, I was just thinking as that was playing, I was like, man, I haven't seen this in so long. I have the sad one and I have the happy one.
we like the happy one, all right? Shout out to the happy intro. Shout out to when you win and you get a chance to have a little more fun with it. Yeah.
Well, shame on us. We're always having fun. But I was watching that and I was like, oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen this version. So I love that. Welcome everyone in as you roll in on this cold. Well, it's cold. It's chilly. It's chilly. It is not cold. It's definitely chilly. How is it where you're located?
It's all relative, right? You can say it's cold where you're at, and I'll say, well, it's like 30 here, and then I'll say it's 30 here, and somebody is in Alaska like, man, you know, it's like 1 degree over here, man. So it's all relative, but I look and just say it's a beautiful day. We alive, man. I get the chance to look outside. Yeah, man. I'm excited about it.
Okay. What is your shirt today? What does it say today?
So today, man, shout out. This is one of my mental health t-shirts, man. It says, it's okay to cry. It's okay.
Nice.
It's okay. And now I felt like it was appropriate for multiple reasons. Now, me and my oldest, that's my boo right there. We always like to, connect on some of the mental health stuff. We're like, yo, it's literally okay to cry. So we got matching t-shirts because, people go through emotional things. And then I was thinking to myself, how appropriate, since my baby did have the shirt on the other day. I'm like, you know what? I think I want to put that on today because it's okay to cry. We know people cry about a lot of stuff right now, whether it's the Steelers winning, whether it's the Steelers losing, whether it's Coach Tomlin being employed, whether him not being employed, whether it's Notre Dame not making the college football playoffs.
There it is.
Or other teams making the college football playoffs. You never know. You know what I mean? So, hey, it's okay to cry. Whatever you are going through today, just know I'm here to support you. All right? It's okay.
I love that.
And it's all the different colors, shapes. So it don't matter how you look. It don't matter who you are. Whatever your flavor is, get it out your system if you need to get it out today. All right? So let's
There's nothing better than a good cry. There's nothing better than a good cry.
Come on, man.
Sometimes I'm like, everything gets me and I'm like, let me just let this go. Like, let me just have my moment. Let me let it go. So I love that. And then do you have a green Steelers hat on?
Oh, come on, man. You know, I got a little something in there. You know what I'm saying? I got a little something in there. Put a little pop of color on the top. You know how it is.
Nice. I love that. So
for
the other thing,
people, since we are undefeated out there, also just throwing that out there. Undefeated now.
The other thing is, too, we got a lovely message that says hi to the AFC North leaders. So thanks for that, Jen. Thank you for that. Welcome everyone in.
Yes.
As we all know, this is a turn up Tuesday, okay? Because we are winners and we did what we were supposed to do. We took care of business. We took care of the purple team. And I'm fired up about that. Like I have just been enjoying watching people meltdown, but not want to meltdown, but now they have to defend the meltdown that they've had for the past few weeks. Like it has been
justifying the sadness.
Yes. That was like, well, that was good, and I'm like,
it was a win, but it wasn't winny enough.
Yes.
And shout out to you in the comment section too. I peeped you. I was like, you know what? Tell me about how you wanted more of this. Word, but we still won though. But it could have been this, but we didn't though. But it didn't. But that ain't what happened though.
You all need to listen to old school 90s R&B. Okay, Brandy, we all know Brandy said almost doesn't count. You can't say we almost lost. You can't say we almost, like, it doesn't matter. We won the game. Like,
we won, man. Yeah.
Yes. Like, and I've never seen a fan base not happy with the wins anymore against the Ravens. Do you remember the times when, like, against the Ravens, it was like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. We won. It doesn't matter. Like, now we're so entitled that we're like, well, we should have won by 25.
Yeah. That wasn't a win. That win wasn't winning enough. And they had success running the football. Did you see the numbers that they had? It was a terrible day. Like, all right.
Since when did we do that against the Ravens? Like, since when did we do that against the Ravens? It is so crazy. So anyways, and also shout out to the Ravens fans who now want their coach fired. It's funny how that happens. But anyways, having said that, welcome chat. We're so happy that you're here. I do still have positive comments that I have been scouring for in the comment section that I will put on screen. Some of them, there's 2 of them that I have that are specifically for you, Mr. Moats. And there's one that I have to both of us about how we have helped people and our positivity and things like that. So I will share those on the screen at some point.
Okay, there it is.
Thing is I was in the background and I was just thinking, like, what could I add to this show that is like dynamic and fun? And I have something. This is what I have.
Yeah.
That is what I decided to bring to the show today. Anytime anybody says something that I would appreciate, I'm just going to blow them the Mike Tomlin kisses and because we won. So good luck with that. But anyways,
who are we firing, TaNeisha? Who are we firing? Ain't that what we're supposed to start off with? Fire this guy.
Who are we firing? Who are we firing this week? If we had to fire anyone, gosh, who are we firing? Man, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I know. We're going to fire the DB coaches.
There it is.
Yeah, we're going to fire the DB coaches.
There it is.
Because it should have been a touchdown, and because it wasn't a touchdown, JPJ was out of position, but he should have been in position, and he wasn't in position. And then on the drive before the last drive, they were completing passes. It didn't matter, but they were completing passes, so we got close to losing the game. So because we got close to losing the game and we almost lost the game, they should, that's who I'm going with. I'm going with those DB, cornerback, safety coach, all of those guys. And then Jalen Ramsey was also late to make a tackle on the one play when he hit him out of bounds, when he came up. You know what I'm saying?
You seen it.
And because that long run where Pierre was late, he got there, but it was too late. That's who I'm firing this week. Who are you firing this week? What coach is on your hot seat?
You know, it always got to start up top, man. This is such a Tomlin win that I'm pissed off with it. I'm not okay with Tomlin wins. I get disgusted when I see him have his team prepared to play, when they're fired up, when they want to come out here and act like they care. We know that is not what we're accustomed to. And when he does these things, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Because I want to come up here and talk about them guys being less than. I want to talk about them not being prepared. I want to talk about who isn't playing physical ball, who schematically looks like they're incompetent. That's what I want to see, man. I'm trying to, so when they act like they know what they're doing, when they do all these things for 4 quarters, when they come out here and they have some adversity and they respond to it, when they make these adjustments pre-game and in-game, it's just like, fire them all, man. Terrible. Just fire them all. Terrible. And like I said, it starts up top. So since it was a Tomlin win, I got to fire him. Tomlin
wins.
Gotta go first.
That's not what we're in the business of.
I'm cool on Tomlin wins, man.
We're in the business of wins, but not Tomlin wins. That's the difference.
Ooh. And I know y'all not gonna like this, but all my LBs got to get fired because Derrick Henry was supposed to have 150 yards, and the fact he only had 94, it completely goes against the narrative that we had all worked to create following Buffalo, right? We all said following Buffalo, King Henry, who's the best running back and has been now for however long, was supposed to run for a record-breaking amount. And the fact that he only gave us 94 yards, I look and I say, Daggett, why? Y'all let Mitchell get a 55-yarder. Why you ain't let Henry get 3 55-yarders? What are you doing? Do your job. Your job is to run behind the block. Your job is to not be physical. Your job is to not come downhill and hit a fullback in the hole. And then when 50 gets hurt and 55 got to come in, you come in here and you hit the dude down in the hole as well. No. Y'all not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to come in and play physical versus the run. No. Patrick Quinn, your hip hurts. PQ, your hip hurts. You know you're not tough. You know you're not a guy that can do the black and gold thing. So you're not supposed to be out there. Why are you out there? Why are you making all these tackles? Why are you running around here trying to hit people all hard? I'm just
right.
They got to get fired. All of us. Enough.
Why would you show heart and grit and come back into the game like a true Steeler? Why would you ever do that?
You're supposed to take the check and seek the comfort and just roll. Everybody knows
exactly.
This. Duh.
Yeah. So, those are good ones. I mean, I am just so disappointed that the Steelers team came out prepared to play, ready to go from kickoff, first snap, and holding that Baltimore offense to 3 points to start the game. Shame on them.
Shame.
And and then we came back and we scored a touchdown. Like, what are they thinking? Like, I just,
it's craziness. It's craziness.
Yeah, it is crazy. And I cannot believe that I cheer for a team that decided to play good and win the game. I just cannot believe it because they almost lost. So, hey,
TaNeisha, we almost didn't score when Aaron Rodgers had that run to the end zone. He almost got caught. I don't know if you saw that. He almost it was close. He almost got.
So did Jaylen Warren.
Fire Arthur Smith for even making it where he almost got caught. You feel me?
Jaylen Warren almost got caught too.
He did.
Actually, he did get caught in the end zone.
He was there.
Shame on Jaylen Warren for getting touched in the end zone. Matter of fact, that is who should be fired because he was in the end zone and got touched. Unbelievable.
TaNeisha, speaking of Jaylen Warren, you just reminded me. He should get fired too because Derrick Henry got 25 carries for only 94 yards. Okay. And unfortunately, Warren did not get 25 carries. Okay. In fact, we only had, I think, 17 carries as a whole team. Okay. But still, the fact that Derrick Henry had 25 touches by himself, they had 40 attempts rushing the ball. Now, remember, I told you that 40 rushing attempts. That's more than some teams passed the ball in the game, right? It's more than basketball. 40 attempts. Jaylen Warren is your fault. It's Jaylen Warren's fault that Derrick Henry had the ball 25 times and they ran the ball 40 times. All right. I blame them. Okay. Boom. He's fired too. Fireball.
And it's just crazy how this happens, I mean, shame on Chris Boswell for kicking those field goals after we score a touchdown, I cannot believe he had the audacity to come out, make his field goals, and then come out at the beginning of half, right? Because the halftime speech was terrible. It was terrible. It was.
Hey, look, we don't make investments. Coach T was in eating popcorn, man. He's a cheerleader. Come on, man. The alumni told us that,
Exactly. Nothing he said in that locker. Everything he said in that locker room is so stale. So I cannot even believe that Boswell came out and made that field goal. I mean, what was he thinking? So it's
I forgot about the stale message. I totally forgot because it definitely is falling on deaf ears. Like they don't respond to it anymore. It's just like you just heard the same thing over and over and over. So they're toning it out now. They completely just check out when he talks. You know how that is, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. And because I'm in the business of moving the goalpost, right? Because that's the business we're in, is moving the goalpost. Because when you have a mic in front of your face, you move the goalpost. Or when you have your Twitter in front of you, you move the goalpost. Now I'm going to move the goalpost and say, we should have won by more than 5. It was a good game. We almost lost. We actually should have won by more than 5. Because that, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter if you just win against your division rival to go ahead in the AFC. That does not matter. We should have lost, and because we didn't lose, we should have won by more. So we should have scored 30.
I forgot. We got to start with the corporate of it all, okay? We've been focusing too much on the black and gold people. The favorites in this matchup Fire Vegas. Vegas. Why would you have people thinking that, oh man, if we go with the Ravens, this is going to be, you knew that the Steelers are going to show up because you knew that this is one of those games where it was a trap game for the Ravens. They slept on it. You knew this was going to happen. You knew they weren't going to come out here caring about the game because who cares about this game? It was the Steelers coming to town. So Vegas should have known that as well. Okay. We got very lucky. You don't just win. We got lucky.
Agree.
So Vegas, why would you do that? Vegas, fire Vegas. For sure, fire Vegas for letting these people assume that, oh, we were actually, no, man, you knew what that was, man. Come on, Vegas, fire.
You know what else is crazy too? It's almost like I'm starting to think like, so, you know, when you head to Baltimore, I know for a fact the entire city of Baltimore is very aware Pittsburgh is rolling into town. It is very aware that everything the Ravens do to keep the Steelers from being successful when they come to Baltimore, we all know what happened. Okay, sorry. Maybe we don't all know what happens. When Baltimore is welcoming Pittsburgh into the city, it is all out hell in the city.
You said welcoming?
In the city of Baltimore. Yeah, that's how they welcome us. That is how they welcome the Steelers to Baltimore. Okay. It is a welcoming committee. It's awful. It's brutal. Everyone in town knows it's Steelers Ravens, big time game, big time moments, big time everything. And yet the Steelers, the little bitty Steelers that are not very good, right? They're not very good. They're not very good. They're getting lucky. They're struggling. They're stumbling. They're doing all these things. Managed to beat this team that was supposed to win the division, that has the best quarterback in the NFL, the best running back in the NFL. I have been told, I've been told they had one of the best drafts in the NFL. And this little bitty Steelers team just went and got lucky.
One of the best coaches too.
We just went and got lucky. That's amazing. Like I like being a winner.
Look, we just oopsed into that wish. Shout out to sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, is what they say, I suppose. Shout out to all the good teams out there, and shout out to the lucky teams out there. We're gonna keep rolling this lucky trade then. All right, it was a 7-6, number one in the division. It's 14 weeks later, TaNeisha, and we still hollering about we still. TaNeisha's 14 weeks later. TaNeisha, do you realize the 2 weeks when we were talking about not being in first place, we were still tied for first place in the division? TaNeisha, do you realize this is 14 weeks in and we got to fire everybody? And this is like, I'm not even looking around. I'm just saying we're still at the one spot 14 weeks later.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I would love to look, because you know we're not supposed to look around. Don't look around and seek comfort. But we are number one. That's all I'm saying. We are the top dog in the division. That's what we are. It's 14 weeks later. Yeah. We're still 14 weeks.
And you know what? I hope that we continue to get lucky.
Who doesn't want to get lucky? Everybody loves getting lucky. Shut up and get. Hey, guys! If you like getting lucky, hit the like button one time for the coach and subscribe. Who don't? I hit the like button twice over here. You know your boy always let to get lucky. Now, shout out to the people that gets lucky. All right.
And speaking of getting lucky, let's talk a little bit about this, okay? Because here comes the sticky. Okay, here comes the sticky. Now, this is the time in the show. If you're new here, this is the time in the show where we review some super chatted things that we have been commented on. And we are going to see if we got lucky with these things, because we like getting lucky and we like talking about getting lucky. So here we go. So question number 1, chat, you all know what time it is. All right. Are you ready? Were we competitive?
Yes. Very competitive from my perspective.
Okay, chat, let us know if you think that we were competitive. I also believe that we were competitive. I thought we were very competitive. We got lucky. We were lucky competitive, right? Not competitive because we worked hard. Lucky competitive.
Well, you could be competitive and lucky at the same time. Ain't nothing wrong with both of those things. Yeah, because you got to compete. Competing gives you a chance to be lucky. Not a chance for us to win, because we're bad. We're not good. Fire it all. But if you play hard, you just get a chance. That's just get a chance. So yeah.
Okay. So we were competitive. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Were we consistent?
Ooh.
It's a big word.
Yeah, I'm saying especially when I think of what we've looked like the past 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm going consistent.
Okay, we were consistent. Now the good ones, okay?
Hey, now, I've been waiting on this one.
Did we get headboarded?
No headboarding for us. We were doing the headboarding. Okay,
Yes.
we were giving headboards out. Hey, come and get a headboard. Yeah. Unless the 40 carries, the 40 attempts. Maybe that's, you know what I mean? They rabbited us to death.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Shout out to
You gotta take what you can get. Okay. Did we get smashed?
Ooh. No. And in fact, I felt like we did smashing. I felt like we did get that smashing. We guys, they were smashing back.
Those fourth down stops. We got those fourth down stops.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no. They for sure showed up to the party though. All right, because we had some get put to bed a little early, right? We had to get some round twos, some round threes out there, right? We shout out to 80, shout out to 50. But hey, that's why you tap in the partner sometimes. Like, yo, we need help.
I like it.
We need help. Okay. So we called in some reinforcements and everything looked good.
We got it figured out. Okay. The most important question. Okay. Did the D show up? Was the D good? Was the D good? Did the D show up? Did the D make a difference?
TaNeisha, the D for sure showed up. The D for sure made a difference. Now the D had a moment where everybody was getting concerned. Could it last?
Yes.
Right? It was getting into the deep waters. It was like, whoa, do you got enough stamina? Do you got enough girth to handle what we about to be embarking upon? Can you sustain this level? And when the chips were pushed to the table, when we had to go harder and harder and harder and harder and longer, man, the defense stood up, made that stop. And just when we thought, oh no, whoops. Shout out to JPJ. we thought we didn't calculate it right. We was like, oh, is that one? Is that two? Oh, no. Don't worry. JPJ got us. Shout out to JPJ. Sometimes you need JPJ. Sometimes you got your initial plan of maybe the coverage. Because think about it like this, TaNeisha. Sometimes your initial plan works, right? Your initial coverage executes it and they don't even throw it. But sometimes you need a plan B. And to me, that's what JPJ gave us with, the PBU at the end of it. It's the plan B. It was like, yo, y'all got let me go with this option instead. And shout out to JPJ for that. So yes, the D to me stood up, did what it needed to do. And even when we thought it was about to get real catastrophic and messy, we had an alternative plan for that situation as well. So yeah, I like where we at. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. But what say you?
As somebody who prides
from your
myself,
perspective?
As somebody who prides myself on loving the D, I think that they were satisfying, and they continued to stand up when we needed them to stand up, and they continued to go hard no matter what. And I love that for the D, because they were who we needed them to be. And sometimes when you are what you need to be, they did that for us. And so kudos to them for standing up, and kudos for the D never giving up, even when the fan base wanted them to, even when the fan base was down and out about them, even when the fan base said they weren't good enough, they weren't strong enough, they were too old, they were too physical, they weren't going to show up, they were going to get demolished, they were going to get all of those things.
Preach.
The D hold phone, and that is the type of D I like. The one that is not going to disappear, that is not going to fade. When times get tough and it is time to perform, you got to execute it. You just have to execute it.
Straight like that. Hey, look. Hey, and TaNeisha, can you tell X Rollins and Sachs love me? Don't be acting all weird. We talking ball here, guys. These are ball terms. These are heavy football terms. These are ball terms that the congregation, the chat, the comment section has compensated us to actually speak on at various points in times throughout this season. Not today, not yesterday, this season. So Rollins, Sexo Lover, anybody else that might be listening saying, what is all this you guys are talking about? Get your minds out the gutter.
Seriously.
Ball terms. These are ball terms with a capital B. That was the way they're talking. It was like, you big balls. All right, this big ball term right here. It's like, you know what? All right. People say they know ball. They know ball. They know the D. So yeah, we just going off what y'all be telling us. Don't be putting that nastiness on us, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do that, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us. No, that's on y'all. That's on
period.
Mm-hmm.
Like the audience has asked us these questions week after week. And listen, if you're going to super chat us and want us to answer certain questions, we're going to answer the questions. Like, don't get mad at me that somebody super chatted it.
You put your hard-earned money into that question. Yes, the least we could do is read off your question. The least we could do is give you our thoughts, comments, and concerns on the D's performance, you know, and if it stood up, and if it could last, and if it hit all the spots, and if it made the people feel something, because you got to feel something. That's why you boo, right? And we don't boo when we don't feel it. We boo because it wasn't good enough. We need more.
Listen, every show I have a sticky note, okay, and I have the questions written down. I mean, how long have I had this sticky note? What, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
She has a PhD for a reason. She writes stuff down. She takes notes. She's very detail oriented. So when we bring these up, she's gonna have references for why. I'm just glad she ain't start calling out names because she's told me already. This is for such and such right here. You know, this is it was on this date at this time. I'm like, listen, TaNeisha, we ain't gotta do it like that. All right. You know, he spent this much money exactly like TaNeisha. We're good. We're good. All right. You're good. We're good. Don't worry about
it. I know who said it all. Okay. I know who said every single thing. And that is why, because we are in collaboration with the audience, we're all a part of this. We're bringing you all in. So we need to ask these questions to make sure that everything is working themselves out, because we are in relationship with the Steelers, whether or not we want to admit it or not. We are in a relationship with the Steelers, like we just are. And so you got to ask those questions. You have to communicate. And so this is us communicating.
No gray areas. We want to know where we are. That's it. We just want to know where we are.
That's it. So that's how we're doing. And I'm always going to answer D questions. So that's just where we're at. Okay. So welcome. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like button. Okay. If you enjoy this conversation, make sure you hit the like button on both channels. We're streaming on both of our channels. You
got to hit it from both ways. Y'all know that. Hit both sides of it, man. Don't you play like that.
Okay. Like, what are we doing here? We got
Here we go, Steelers. Let's go. Y'all are funny.
That's it. So I don't know why everyone is overreacting. Like,
I was about to say, y'all mature. Can
we do this every week?
Be mature. Jeez, Louise, come on.
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. So I mean, is everybody okay? Just let me know if you're not okay. Let me know, like, if we need to explain anything else. We obviously have no problem explaining.
They're getting flustered over there, man. You don't got to get flustered. It's okay, guys. It's all right. Jeez.
You don't got to get all worked up. We also, at some point, if we need to talk about cold showers and things like that, y'all keep all of that in the comment section, okay?
And that has definitely come up on the show as well. All right. Once again.
That's it.
Shout out to the congregation, man. It's a we show. It ain't just me and her. It's we, us. Y'all the third element, baby. Come on now. Y'all the third element.
We show. That's it. And Rod, I'm not putting that comment on the screen, but I do not agree. There's multiple ways. Okay. That is all I'm saying. So anyways, having said that, so I think a great way to segment this show is I have a question.
Oh, okay.
And
you low-key started this off with a question that I think about. You always got a question. So it's the question.
I always got a question. I am the communicator. Okay, I'm a communicator. Like, I have a question. The third element is shaking their head. That's hilarious. Which head? So my question is it helpful? Because now we play on a Monday.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an experience where you had the Steelers-Ravens game and you got that additional day? Is that additional day helpful after going through like such a grueling Steelers-Ravens matchup?
So honestly, as a player, you don't think about it because what's the difference of it being on Monday versus if they would have said it was a Thursday, right? Okay. We are like conditioned to just never think about what is wrong with it, why this isn't necessarily fair or in our favor, or in certain cases, why this might be an advantage to us. So honestly, when you're in that situation, you're really thinking, bro, we got an extra day of practice.
Okay. Interesting.
We're like, hey, bro, because the game is Monday. At least we at the crib. No, if we was on the road, you got a travel day, so it kind of at least would cut down one of those days.
Okay.
So that's personally like what I would have been thinking of when I first see is late in the year. Is Monday's like, dang, bro, that means we got a bonus Monday practice, or he's gonna give us a double Friday practice. And it's cool because obviously it's preparation and you have to do it, but that's honestly, what you consider as the player side. I get it though from, our standpoint. Yeah, you think about all of that. And that's kind of what we broke down when we were talking about Thursday night games, right? If you're the road team or you're the younger team, all these other variables. Whereas when you're in it though, you have to be such a hardened individual that you can never think of why I shouldn't be able to do something. Because the first moment you start thinking of why I can't, now that doubt starts to creep in. And it's so much that happens in these games, whether it's a bad call, whether it's a player you're going against that just makes a play, where there's something fluky, lucky that happens, that you have to be so locked in mentally and always believe in. Otherwise, it's so easy to, lose your courage, to lose your motivation, because it's like, man, this is crazy tough. So that's why, honestly, you don't get caught up in that, because it's like, man, I can win the last game of the season. Say the Steelers game, right? They haven't scheduled it officially. Ravens Steelers last game of the year. Say that's on Monday. They win that, but then they got to turn around and play on Saturday in the playoffs, or they got the Sunday 1 o'clock game in the playoffs. It's like, is that fair? No, but you don't have time to think about the time and location. And that's why Coach Thomas says that, like, time, location doesn't matter. Nameless great faces, man. We just showing up and it's a 5-star matchup because we in it. So we know how we gonna prepare. Y'all make sure y'all do what y'all do, but we know what we're coming to the party with.
I love that. Okay, cool. Well, I was just curious. I thought about that this morning and I was like, does it even matter? Awesome. So thank you.
But that is legit though. That's a dope question though, man. Because player wise, we don't think that far of it. It's like, nah, man.
This is the game. This is the day the game is on. Okay. Yep. I love that. I also love that everybody that caught my comment in the chat, they were like, shout out to you. If you know, you know. If you don't know, that's fine too. It's okay. It is okay. And so the other thing is too, I forgot about my segment. Okay, so we're about halfway through the show. So I have a segment. So anytime I'm in charge, I always post positive comments about the one and only,
something different.
only Arthur Moats. Okay. So we're 30 minutes in. And so if you have something positive that you want to say about Arthur Moats, I will put it up on the screen. However, I have been lurking in the comment section, as you all should know by now that I do very, 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 very often. I am always in the comment section. And I have picked out some lovely comments that I would like to share with you. So the first thing, let me intro your segment.
You have a whole intro? Wait a minute now.
All right. So we have introed his segment.
You really got a whole intro, yo.
This is all you. This is all you. Like, we are just here to appreciate your greatness at this point. Okay.
What?
So
I'm just a guy.
So the first comment, okay. I can't even see who it's from because it's blocked.
Oh, that's the homie Heather. Shout out to Heather.
This is from Heather Delt 7259. And Heather says, I won a contest years back on Facebook that Moats had, and instead of just sending a signed picture, he personalized it to me. Can you believe this is amazing? Might not seem like much, but thought it was pretty cool. Also, I've had the chance to meet him at some home games when he interviews players, and he's always super chill and always gets the crowd pumped up. He's always willing to chat and take pictures with fans. Moats is the GOAT with a little goat there.
Hey, look. Shout out to Heather first off. Heather, you pretty go cool. Like, you already know it's always love, man. Shout out. And yes, Heather, man, she pulls up, man. Any of them home games that she's at, man, front and center doing the interview portion, man. She'll stay out there and chat. Absolutely, man. And
That's
then
so great.
anytime we're doing the late night streams, man, she hops on as well, man. So I'll salute to Heather, man. You're ready for that, though. You really
shout out to you, Heather. You did that. I love that. Okay, so because this is your segment, we have another one. So if you have anything, if you want to potentially see your comments on the screen, all you have to do is be in the comment section of any stream that I'm on, that he's on. I can also be by myself. It can be an instant reaction. However, these are very important because I think that sometimes we get away from the human side of life And this is the human side. This is the human.
TaNeisha makes us stay human, okay?
Exactly.
She's making us be human, all right?
Yeah, sharing
we just be football people. We want to just talk and not have any type of personal. No, you know what I mean? It's okay to cry, guys. All right. Now I want to go put my other shirt on. We don't need feelings. We're iron sharpens iron.
Exactly. It's okay to cry. I'm all about this. I love feelings. Okay, so we have another one that I would like to share. This one's a little longer, but it's a good one. All right. So here's another favorite memory. X Concepts 1. Has that one always been there? Anyways, a favorite memory is the interview Moats did showing his hobbies outside of football. So for those of you that didn't know, there's outside hobbies outside of football. Might have been WPX1. I think I said that right. He played piano and talked about his musical talent. That is when I first became a Moats fan. It was awesome to actually be able to relate to a superhuman playing for my favorite team. Then every time he made plays, I always yelled, "That's Moats!" Laughing face. Pretty sure he had a fumble recovery or a sack fumble the same week too. Fan favorite ever since. Appreciate you, Master Moats.
Hey, salute X Concepts, man. Showing love. And I do remember what he was talking about as well. It was my second year here. It was WPXI actually was the TV station. But yeah, they had found out that I was self-taught pianist and drummer. So they had me go down to Heinz Hall on the big like grand piano on stage, and they did a little special while you playing and stuff like that. And the following week we played the Bengals. It was the second game that we played them. It was at their spot. So I think I had it was either 2 sacks, fumble recovery, forced fumble. So yeah, it was like the back-to-back part of it. So I do remember we was talking about during that time frame. So no, I salute him for that, man. But that was a fun time, man. Yeah, on occasion, all right. On occasion, when I'm not, this was before we was doing all this content stuff. You know, it was like, yo, we're gonna go play music. We're gonna go just touch it a little bit, go play a little bit, man. Yeah.
I love it. And for those of you,
that was some of that. Yeah.
Those of you that are still commenting, I am tagging them and I will put them on screen. Just give me a second. Okay. This is what I do on Tuesdays when I am hosting. This is what I do. We do audience participation. You know what's actually funny? I was thinking about this. There's a show I feel like I used to watch where it was like, no, or was it like Call Her Abby? Or what was that thing where people would type in like their emails to somewhere, and then the person would read the emails. It was like Steve Harvey show. It's Steve Harvey show. And so that's what I feel like this is. It's like I feel like I'm able to like hear what everyone's thinking and feeling, and like this is the moment. Like you should know that these are moments that people are holding dear to them. Yeah. So, all right. So,
shout out to TaNeisha. She brings the feelings. All right. TaNeisha is y'all thought y'all was gonna get up here and just talk reckless and just talk. Y'all thought, oh, it was the innuendo show. That's what this is. No, it's layers to it. Okay, it's layers. All right. Yes. We got a lot that we give you here. Okay, a lot that we give you.
We're multifaceted. Okay, this is a multifaceted live. You're getting everything. You're gonna love football. You're gonna love everything. We're making your brain work. I'm all about that. Work that brain. Okay. Anyways, okay, so the very last one is to both of us. And I thought that this was really cool. So I am going to share it because I think that it's not this one, this one. I think that it's super cool that somebody wrote this and took the time to give us this kudos after everything we've been through. So here it is.
A little Justin Brown. All right, all right.
Justin Brown 2466 says, you and Arthur got me through last week. I was all up in my feelings, talking about it's time for a change, but y'all never wavered. Kept it positive and got me excited about an opportunity to respond to adversity. That is what we are here for. Not only that, but there is a certain kind of person out there that loves to revel in the misery of others, and you helped me overcome their negativity as well. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. Thanks to those amazing shows you and Arthur put out this week. I am not sorry to be a Steelers fan. I am blessed to follow a team that keeps me engaged, keeps me entertained all season long. Not a whole lot of fan bases get to have that. Hey, we've got our issues, that is for sure, both short-term and long-term, but I feel nothing but gratitude for this team, despite my unhealthy relationship with their wins and losses. I don't comment much, TaNeisha, but this win, ... my cup runneth over.
That's dope as heck, man.
Are you kidding me?
That's dope as heck, man.
That's amazing.
Shout out to Justin Brown, man, from the heart, dude. Like, that's dope. And it is also refreshing to hear that side of it as well, because like you say, man, we know everybody out here isn't negative, isn't pessimistic, but we say usually those are the louder ones. So when you do get this type of spot, you know, and it's cool that, you know, from your side, TaNeisha, that you actually like caught that and highlighted as well. That is dope, man, because like you say, you hear all the, man, we don't want to hear the positivity. We don't want to hear your bias, da-da-da-da. So it's like, oh, to see how it can actually be beneficial and it can help people through some of the rough times that, you know, comes with being, you know, a fan of the NFL. That part is refreshing, man. So shout out to you for that, man. Shout out. And shout out to you, TaNeisha, as well, man. Y'all hit the like button for TaNeisha, all right? Because that was, hey, look, even though she makes me uncomfortable at times with all these feelings, okay, on occasion, it's like, yo, this is pretty dope. It's pretty dope, all right? So shout out to her for this as well, man.
I love it. And I always say, too, like, love is way more powerful than hate. It's just easier to hate than it is to love. And so I feel like because it's easier to hate, that's the natural thing we go to is like, this is terrible, this is terrible. And it's like,
easy.
If you, if you love on it, listen, if you love on it, caress it a little bit, build it up a little bit, make it positive, make it a loving experience. Who is ever upset with that? I'm just saying.
Spend some time with it, man. Spend some time with it.
Think about how much good comes from loving, being caressing, spending some time with it, engaging with it, loving on it, being supportive. Why not do that for your football team? You're going to get more out of it. So first of all, shout out to the commenters that are very aware that I do put things on screen. So I know that some people are kind of like, I know a lot of people also, because they've messaged me on Instagram and I've gotten a few messages on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it, where people are like, I want to say something, I just don't know what to say. And shout out to those people, right? Because not everybody's going to engage. Not everyone's going to feel comfortable. So shout out to you all for knowing I'm going to post those things. And I think it's cool just to like get that feedback from what other people are saying and pour into us, because we're up here for you all. Like, obviously, if nobody was watching, we would still be up here talking about this.
Look, y'all got that story last week when we told y'all. All I need is I got my little guy, he right down the hall. All right, I got my daddy back at the crib, okay, and little bro on occasion. All right, so it's like, and T said she was gonna watch mine, I would watch hers. All right, so we was like, we got those views. So the fact that anybody else, man, and then when you talk about the impact that it's having as well, it's like, it's one thing to watch it, it's nothing to engage with, it's another thing to have a feeling about it as well, because me and you could attest to it, and I'm sure everybody in the comment section could attest. We see things every single day that are in one ear, out the other. We see it and we forgetting it, and we don't even think twice about it ever again. So the fact that what we do create can promote those type of feelings, man, that is dope, man. And when it's these positive feelings like that as well, you know me, I'm team positivity. That's why I love this Christmas time, because it's always happy. It's always just glass half full, man. So, you know, like I say, it's positive to hear that, man. So shout out.
Yeah. And we're talking about all things F, right? Football, fun, you know, all the things F. And so I'm excited for that. And then also, if you ever want to be featured or have an opportunity, just leave us comments in the comment section. I'm always lurking in the comment section. And I usually tell people like, hey, thank you for writing this. I'm going to show it, so that if you like don't want it shown, I won't show it. But I think it's amazing. I think it's absolutely amazing.
That's that PhD right there. She said,
yeah, I'll be respectful.
I communicated ahead of time just to be safe. All right, cool. All right, there it is.
Yeah. And then since I was talking, there's a couple of comments that came in that of course, I'm going to spotlight. And so David Decker's Thunders.
Shout out to David Decker, man. Let's go.
Where does the Thunders come in to play? David?
OKC. If I remember correctly, OKC fan.
Oh, okay. Since 97?
If I remember, I don't know if it's in 90, if it's 97. But I think that's what it was. I could be off, but I feel like he's OKC fan.
Okay. When Moats was on the defense, the Steelers D. The Steelers D was AFC championship bound. Moats makes football fun.
Football shout out, man. Fun. Hey, look, football was fun.
I gotta find that clip from Remember the Titans. I wonder if I could play that.
Everything was fun until we lost that AFC championship game, and then it went from football is fun to fire everybody. It was like, we just went to the AFC championship and lost to the Patriots, who just won the Super Bowl after coming back from a 28-3 deficit, and y'all are like, fire Like, God, you know, Elbow got hurt 2 plays into the game. Martavis is back home with everybody else in street clothes. It's like, yo, man, what we So yeah, I remember that one. For sure remember that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this one from Austin Powervich.
Shout out.
Moats the guy. Love that.
Hey, look, salute you, Austin. And you always tap in as well, man. Like I said, from the heart, it definitely means a lot.
These are so fun. And Josiah Williams 1441 says that's pretty dope. So salute. I pride myself on being a value add to any situation I show up to. And when I mean any situation, I mean any, because that is who I am. I am bringing value. So I wanted to make sure that we show the love. We have to show the love. Like, respect. And Moats isn't a comment warrior like me. Yeah, he's not a comment warrior like me. Like, I'm all in the comments. So I figured, like, why not bring some of these, like, to life? So I love it. So anyways, that was my little segment.
And I'm a work in progress, okay? TaNeisha has inspired me in the comments. So last week, y'all saw me. I'm coming back this week, all right? I'm not the type of guy that only shows up with, oh, everybody talking spicy. Now let me get it hit. No. I'm going to also show love. It's just, I always find it funny, though, with the ones from last week that be coming back this week. And it's like, yo, you know I know what you comment. Like, you know, so that part. But it's all good, man. Bring the comments. Keep it coming, man. All right. And the majority, I feel like the majority are still on an upbeat note too, man. So shout out. Yeah. But that's the diversity that we need, man. Everybody can't be like us. Yeah.
Yes. Add those comments. I am going to show that most feels, you know, him showing it, the technology, the quick, you know, sometimes he struggles with it. So we'll allow him
get it
to
better.
Not have to do it.
I'm more of a, if you're on live and you comment, oh, you got a great chance to give it a screen. Click that button.
If we're live, I can hit the button. Like, one thing I can do is hit the button.
When it comes time to do all this editing, this behind the scenes, I'm like, oh, all right now, guys. I need some time. Just give me a little time. I'm gonna figure it out.
That's it. You're doing a great job. The other thing is too, Tom Jade said something that is I agree with. It is okay to be critical of Tomlin. We would never tell you not to be critical. Okay. I have been on this offense from jump. Okay. He's not nobody is untouchable. Nobody is untouchable. That's not what we're saying. Yeah. We're saying make the comment and make it about something he can physically do, not he needs to be fired. That doesn't help.
Right.
That's like me being up here being like, Moats, be quiet. Okay. For what? Yeah. Like, what do I do with that? Like, am I being quiet? Yeah. Am I being quiet because like something's coming? Am I being quiet because you want to play something? Like, and that's he needs to be fired. How is that helping in week? What is this? 15, 14, whatever week this is. I don't even know. So
yeah. And the other side, I would say, is this also the same way that, you know, we act like we can critique them. We also just like to point out the fact that if we're going to be so gung-ho and so intentional about the critiques, let's also make sure you got that same energy when there is some positivity, when there is success, because otherwise it looks crazy for a normal, logical person. It looks a little bit like, yo, the hate, it's overbearing. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And that's what we felt last week when you had people saying, yeah, fire this dude, boo, renegade, we're upset, we're disgusted. It's like, yeah, you're in first place or tied for first place with the team that you literally just beat this weekend to get completely in first place, which is a team that everybody was supposed to say was supposed to be nice and better than you. And Lamar did play, right? This wasn't Lamar's first game back, was it? Yeah. It wasn't second. He's been okay. So it's like all of those things, but we know how loud last week felt. And let's be real about it. It's really quiet surrounding the Coach Tomlin
I've been so disappointed.
Yeah, I'm like, man, as loud as it was last week, as loud as social media was last week, individual users last week, right? The alumni last week, and now and this week it's, oh yeah, Steelers. Yeah. You know, hey man, we weren't tripping last week. No. That's not supposed to. It's like, man, I ain't trying none of that. So the way that we combat that is just by calling it out and putting a spotlight on it. People feel how they feel about it. It is what it is. But for us, man, we just say that we're going to make sure that we're going to call it fair. Yeah. Now, your fair and our fair, it might differ. And if that's the case, that's what we said last week. It was like, look, we not for everybody. We don't want to be for everybody. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, we're not going to just sit back and just, oh, yeah, we support that. No, we ain't feeling that either. So, yeah, that's just how we operate with it. But nobody is untouchable. Nobody is above reproach. And that's in any capacity.
Yeah. I think the other thing is too, is going on 10 years, at what point is too much? When the season is over, Like, I
Or
don't
when
like
you
that.
fail, when you're
the
not
season's
winning,
over,
when you're
we
not
have
in
a
first
result.
place in the division, when you bottom out. Like, what?
It's TBD. Like, we literally don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. When it's over and you have all of the information is when you are supposed to make a decision. Anyways, again, that's how we see it. That's what we're going to do. If you're
And
watching
everybody
this
has
and
their
you want to
individual expectations as
That's what I was
well,
gonna
right? Because I know people are at the playoff win, and it's like, okay, cool. If that's what you want to lay your line in the sand, that's fine.
great.
Mr. Rooney, that's clearly not how he feels. So no matter how much you want to put your personal feelings, two things are at play. Number one, you don't own the team, and number two, it's not your money. So you don't get to determine who you gonna fire, who you not gonna fire, who you gonna pay, who you not gonna pay, and all that. If you did, you would be in that position. So it's like, yo, we can have our feelings about that as well. But to act like your feelings as an individual are the only feelings that are accurate, that are right, that's once again where you have the disconnect with people like us. It's like, nah, man, we see multiple perspectives in it.
Also, Tom Jade, I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but you're part of a larger show and a larger audience.
Yeah.
And I see it often. So just because people should know, just because I choose to spotlight your comment, there's multiple comments on both of our channels. Yeah. And so I'm picking which comments to share. So it's not just because we're talking at you doesn't mean we're talking to you, if that makes sense. Just because it's your comment doesn't mean it's just to you. So however you feel about Coach Tomlin, I'm not here to tell anybody how to feel about Coach Tomlin. To be honest with you, I gave up trying to change people's minds about a year after I got my PhD. Because one of the things they teach you in there is it's not about you changing people's minds. It's about you giving people information. And you give people information and they take it to mean whatever. I had to learn that. Trust me.
TaNeisha, do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard that is for people to grasp, though?
It's hard.
Because it's like, hard. You just said it. That's what I've been preaching the past 2.5 years as well. It's like, we're not trying to change any of your minds.
Absolutely not.
I don't want to. That is not my desire. I'm giving you my perspective from my research, from my personal experiences. And I feel like a lot of the time what I talk about is pretty dang accurate. But hey, you don't have to agree with it, man. You could believe that you know everything or that you are right. And you might be. Who's saying that? You might be. But it's like, it's just different, man. Yeah.
That's it. Also, somebody just said, I always like to acknowledge these. Oh, I can't find it. I cannot find your comment, Jay Hardy. Anyways, he was just kind of like, he's currently at work, but he's just wishing everybody a productive week or whatever. I like those comments because it's like you took time out of your work where you're like doing certain things to comment. So I just wanted to bring that up, but I cannot find it. I'm gonna
see if I click it. I hope I don't mess the button up.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, there it is.
I contributed for the day. I contributed for the day.
Yeah,
I'm done. That's all I have. All right, I'm checking out.
Wishing everyone a productive week. Yeah, so thank you, Jay Hardy, for that. So yes, hey, look at you.
I ain't touching nothing else, but I say because I know I'm pushed the wrong button, and then something might pop on the screen. I'll be over here like, it wasn't me. All right, I ain't do it. Yeah,
I love that. Wait, there's a Steelers group chat on Instagram. I was hyped when I joined the Steelers group chat on Instagram. Quickly found out how wishy-washy fans are. If one thing happened in the quarter, everyone in the chat is it's over. Season's over. Now that is true. That is true.
Fireball. That's what we've linked into that moniker. We don't just throw these things out, just throw them out there.
Yeah.
This is like when it's enough. You're like, all right, bro. This is what they want. So let's start leaning into it. Let's talk to them let's talk to them in a way that they can understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Somebody said, I always feel like Dr. T and Moats are talking right directly to me.
Hey, let's go.
You know why I love that is because that means that we are saying things that everybody we're putting it. Where's that saying? Like we're putting it where everybody can get it. So it's like if it's something you're ready to hear, you will hear it. If it's something you're not ready to hear, we've been down this road. You're not going to hear it. It's gonna miss you.
And look, and it's okay though. Tell them, it's okay. Yeah, everybody don't get it at the same time. Some people are late bloomers. Some people get it right away. Some people got to get it, forget it, get it again, forget it, lose it, maybe okay in it. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, that's the beauty of people.
I agree, and that is why I have sticky notes so that I don't forget it. So there is a super chat that I'm going to put on here.
Shout out.
From Brandon Phillips, 5269. There goes another 69. It's getting kind of interesting around here. With Harmon out, we allow 100 more rushing yards a game. Can you break down what makes him so good and an integral part of our run D? I love that everybody is calling it D. Yes.
You see it now, right? Y'all see it?
We're making progress. We are making progress.
Yeah, but with Derek Carmen, he's a first rounder. He's a first round talent. So that alone is a big part of why, you see an uptick just off of ability, right? And we can go down the list of any of our higher pedigree draft picks, right? Just them being out there, their athleticism, their physical traits are going to be a upgrade versus the normal play that you might put out there, right? Just based off of size, strength, and speed. We know that's what made Derek Carmen special. Now, the other part is this. He's fundamentally sound. He was well coached at Oregon. So when he came in, when he's been healthy, his tape looks good. He doesn't have a lot of high pad level. When he's been healthy, he makes a lot of plays. He's out versed to running it, makes our linebackers have an easier job. We said even early when he was missing those first, was it 4 games, whatever, with the injury, we were like, yo, when you look at the tape and the LBs have to play through the trash or play through all these linemen that can climb up on them, that makes their job a lot more challenging. When Harmon is out there, frees those guys up so they're able to play downhill. It's the chain reaction. The same way, pass rush, if they don't win and they don't rush correctly and the quarterback gets 5, 6, 7 seconds, we can't holler about the DBs. It's like, yo, it's cause and effect. And that's the same messaging that we had even with that. So that's the big reason why when Derek Harmon is not out there, you do see an uptick in rushing yards allowed. Also, that's why we drafted him in the first round, because we all knew, hey, outside of Cam Hayward, we didn't feel like we had a plethora of surefire guys that would consistently play to their full potential on our roster, right? We said with Keanu Benton, it was up and down. And even this year, even in this Ravens game, it was up and down. He has some nice plays, but then he still has some pad level issues. So that's why you go and get a Derek Carmen. That's why you go bring in a YA Black. YA played well. YA brings things as well, but YA isn't Derek Carmen's talent level. So that's the other part that you see. Keanu Benton, he isn't Derek Carmen's talent level. That's why Harmon is the first rounder. So that's the long answer to it. And then the other thing, and this is for what just happened, right? Because once again, you're going to hear me say, well, how was it a good rushing or a good defensive performance when they had 200 yards? They had 40 attempts. That is crazy at the NFL. 40. Like we said, man, Derrick Henry himself had 25 attempts. As a team with Aaron Rodgers having 2 rushing attempts, we had 17 attempts, right? So just the context of it is like all of that matters. So the way that, and I kind of briefly joked about it, right? Saying, yeah, we got a whole bunch of rabbit punches, right? Or they were rabbit stroking us, right? TG, man, he came on Terrence Garvin. You obviously know him, man, former linebacker. He said essentially it's the equivalent of, man, getting punched in the stomach 40 times, right? We look at the headshot, right? The punch in the face, the knockout, those like, oh, man, that's the explosive runs. But it's like, yeah, man, gut punches, they hurt. They matter. It ain't going to show the same. It isn't going to have that big effect like that, but it's like it do add up. But they never were able to get that knockout after that. So it's just like, yo, is it bad? Yes. But when you're doing it 40 times, it's like, yeah, some of that is just the overall commitment to you just doing it. And that's the part to me that I say, well, yeah, we saw the commitment that the Bills had last week, but we also saw the impact of that as well. This impact to me didn't feel the same way. Outside of the Mitchell 55-yarder, where were the explosives? Where were the back-breaking runs? And it's like, yeah, if you're going to live with that, cool, we could do that. And the game played out how it did. So that's why it's like, I look at it and I say, man, we want Harmon back out there. We need him back out there. But to me, what they did versus Baltimore was definitely a step in the right direction in comparison to what it had been prior to that, right? Because we know, like I said, with Buffalo, how that looked.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I wanted to follow back up. David said that 97 is his birthday year, and his favorite basketball team is OKC.
All right, shout out.
Cool.
So I didn't know the 97, because last year with the finals, SGA, I felt like he was talking to SGA a lot, man.
Got it. Okay. There it is. And then I am putting this up because a lot of people don't know this about me. Casey Hampton went to the University of Texas, hook 'em. And Casey Hampton is the first player I ever followed from my favorite college football team to my favorite NFL team. So Casey Hampton for me is like top tier. Like, he's like, leave him alone. Don't talk about him. I don't care. Like, so Casey Hampton, I also credit to like teaching me the interior side of football. So anytime I see anything Casey Hampton, I'm all for it. I'm putting it on the screen. I'm signing up for that. And if Harmon is anything that Casey Hampton was to the Steelers team, also sign me up for that because that would be fantastic.
Well, Harmon has a chance though. Harmon is super talented, man. Yeah. And that's why we can all see the uptick when he's out there. But that's why we drafted him in the first round. That wasn't a mistake.
Yeah. So anyways, there's certain people that will always trigger me. Casey Hampton is one of those people. Shout out to Casey Hampton. Shout
out the big snack, man. It's a lot of that Texas, man. Like when you think, man, there's a lot of dudes this lady that came out of Texas, man. A lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Love that.
So seeing that made me smile. So thank you for writing that comment. And I agree. If he has it, yes. I'll just say that. Every time I think of Casey Hampton too, the first thing that pops up besides the Texas stuff is was it Sports Illustrated where it was like Casey Hampton in the front and like Troy and like all the guys. That is like that's like the first thing that always pops up to me is that. So anyway, now I went down.
They have the whole defense featured on the cover. It was nuts.
It was like, bro,
only quarterbacks get that. Like, we should be the whole defense, D lineman too, lineman. Like, yo, this is crazy.
I loved it. Awesome. So if anybody else has any other questions, let me know. Okay, we usually run this show for about 90 minutes, and what usually happens is as we get close to the end, you guys start asking questions, then we can't get to everybody, and then you guys get mad in the comment section because we end the show before you're able to ask your questions. So if you have anything that you want us to answer, talk about, mention, or anything, drop them in the comment section now. Just wanting to give you a heads up. The other thing is too is we are dual.
That's what we're supposed to do, right? Comment down below. Comment.
Okay. All right. So you got that.
Turn it up. Let's turn it up Tuesday.
You got that. Okay. I love that. And then the other thing is we're dual streaming. So we are live on my channel. We're live on Moats' channel. And I said I was going to start dropping links, and I don't have them to drop. But if you want to go to my channel, it's Really Flawed Football. Obviously, if you're already in Moats' channel, you're already here. And if you want to find Arthur Moats and you're in my channel, it's Arthur Moats. So he's not as complicated as me. Okay? I'm allowed to be complicated. I'm allowed to be complicated. Okay. I'm a woman. I'm leaning into it. Okay. I just do a lot of things. A lot of things I do that make sense. A lot of things I don't do that make sense. But hey, it makes me feel good.
Shout out to Really Flawed. Shout out to TaNeisha. All right. Either way.
Thank you. That is important.
You just keep being you. You keep being you. That is important.
Yes. The other thing is too, I kind of wanted to ask you this because I just want to kind of self-fulfill myself a little bit here. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling about these college quarterbacks?
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Shoot. I was laughing because I don't know if you noticed this, but we used to start our Tuesdays talking about the quarterbacks, and then it was like, yeah, she stopped bringing them up. It was like, all right, I already peeped this, man. Yep. But I think the interesting thing is going to be this. Me personally, I think it's the same thing that happens every year. The new guy that everybody's about to fall in love with is Mendoza. And we're going to say that that's the top 5 guy, and he's going to come in and change the franchise. We know how this goes. And the same way I look at Bo Nix is how I look at Mendoza right now. It's like, yo, the Broncos win a lot. Shout out to them winning it. Nix makes plays as well, but you watch Nick's style, and that's not my flavor personally. Does it work with the right people? Yeah, it does. Okay. Me personally, though, it's not my flavor, but it's working for him. It's working for Sean Payton. And I think that that's why a guy like Mendoza, I think it will help him if he gets in the right situation. But to me, I'm not sold on it personally. But that's the quarterbacks right now. All of them got stuff about them, though. All of them. And oh, my bad. I said we go down that list. I was watching the eggs. It's like, that's the gunslinger, but it's like, yo, you broke your hand. And then you came back and it was like, yo, you still you ain't looking as consistent anymore. It don't look the same anymore. We talked about Sellers. It's like, all right, Sellers, you feel like you're more athlete than true QB right now, unfortunately. And we've seen those experiments. So you gonna tell me that's not Anthony Richardson? Well, I'm gonna be telling you it is Anthony Richardson, and we obviously know what the Colts are doing with Anthony Richardson. So it's like, should I be excited about that? It's hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. All the Penn State people told me ahead of time, Drew, it was gonna be Drew, and then it was like it's not gonna be Drew. They told me that. So I'm just like, I let the Penn State people tell that. I'm like, you know what? Shout out to y'all because I wasn't on that. It's hard.
I was never on the Drew one anyway.
When in doubt, man, I'm just waiting on your guy Arch. You said first round this year. Come on, man. Get Arch first round this year. TaNeisha told me this back in July. First stream. She's like, look, Moats. I know you think you know quarterbacks. I know you think you know football. That's cute and all, but let me tell you about Arch because I watch Texas. Okay, I'm a Texas person. This is what I do. I know Arch is ready to go. Okay, that's what she said. Okay, Scouts on her. Scouts on her. It was Scouts on her. All right, that's what she said.
Yo, wait. You're just gonna say that?
Make sure y'all comment on her channel and put all that in there. Okay, yep, because she's big Arch fan. She said Arch is ready now. We need him this year.
You know what's funny? The amount of loyalty I have to like not call you out is like it's like top tier. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes when you're part of a team, you gotta take it for the team, and you gotta just put that on me.
I know you just put that on me. Don't you do that?
You gotta just keep it going. Like she
said, yo, she got the Arch Steelers 2026. She already got the church. She ready. All right.
Can you imagine if I did go full blown Arch to the Steelers? People would lose their crap. Like the amount of people that would be like, you can't stop. Like, stop doing this. Like, oh my God. Like, why are you saying
I can't believe you would say this. Oh,
it's so funny. While Moats was talking, I was able to drop both of our channels in the chat. So if you want to subscribe to either one of our channels, you can find it in the chat and you can click on them. You can subscribe. We both do have memberships also. My membership has gotten a little loose lately, I will admit, but I'm doing my best. Okay, I'm working through it, so it's fine. It's fine. Listen, everybody loves it.
Look. Shout out to your membership. All right, like I said, I was a late bloomer to membership content. Okay, guys, but I'm trying. All right, I'm giving it to you. Okay, I'm trying to hook you up, trying to give you what you need. Okay, I'm working on it. It's filming there. It's a lot of filming there though. Y'all know I get extra exclusive plays over there for you guys, man. Some of the cool hot, and then of course y'all get some of the behind the scenes stuff as well, man. All right, so y'all know TaNeisha put me on to it. All right, she educated me on it, so I'm giving you more intentional effort this go around. And
I know I have our link somewhere too.
No, you put them in there. I saw them. Yeah.
No, that was to our channels. Now here's the membership. I'll drop the membership links. The other thing I was going to say also, I have some questions here, and I have a couple of good ones. I feel like that I have flagged, and I'm going to drop both of our memberships.
You even got the cool emojis on it. Dang,
if you want to join Moats membership and then my membership, again, when I'm posting, I know that if you're only on Moats' channel and only on my channel, you think I'm just posting to you. I'm not. I'm posting in the main chat, and it should be on both channels. So just letting you know.
I see it. Look, you got cool emojis to like differentiate the memberships too. Why are you so PhD level? I would have just been copying and pasting this straight. She's like, hold on. Let me get y'all. Let me get y'all right.
Everybody knows where it is. You got to know like where it is and what's going on. So I love this question. I think you're going to love this question because we are both Shador supporters. Okay, we are riding with Shador like that. We support him. So I just want to make it be ready that we support both of them, or we support him. So if the Browns, unsurprisingly, decided to cut Shador in the offseason, would you guys be open to him competing for the QB1 job? And would you guys have faith in him as a franchise QB anywhere in the NFL?
I would definitely allow him to come and compete for QB1. I don't throw the franchise on a lot of these dudes because I feel like that is one of those overused terms with quarterbacks. It's QB1, it's the franchise guy, and it's like, yeah, y'all tell me about this every time a guy's a first round draft pick or somebody that we just like a lot or somebody that gets a second contract. And I think there are levels to it. But in terms of him competing for QB1, absolutely. He's shown, in a couple of, just in-game appearances, regular season-wise, that he can make plays. That's one of the hardest things to do at this level is make a positive play, just one positive play, let alone stringing together and putting together performances where we're like, oh, record breaking, first rookie to do, first person is like, so that lets me know, I would for sure allow him to compete. And if he developed to the point where it was so consistent that he became a franchise guy, absolutely.
Yeah.
But to just throw it on him because I'm a fan of him, I like how he looks. I like, the 2 games he's, got a chance to really play in. It's like, that's premature to me. And that goes against everything that I preach when I talk about having patience and not crowning guys after 1 or even 2 years of success at this level, which we see countless times.
Yes, I agree. So I wanted Shedeur to come to the Steelers in the draft. So I'm team him. The best part for me is watching Shedeur almost train his college bad tendencies out of him live in game. And what I mean by that is in college, he would not throw the football away. He would not. He would snap the ball. And if he couldn't find anything, he would spin around and he would run backwards, and it wore me out every week. Now when I'm watching him, he still has those tendencies, but I'm slowly starting to see him throw the ball away. Like, he threw the ball away a couple of times this game, and I was like, does Shedeur just throw the ball away? And there's a couple of times where he still does the spin out thing, but there was a couple of times where he was spinning, and because I've watched him play so many times, I knew he wanted to continue, but he stopped. And he started moving forward. Again, he's got to work on that. He's a rookie. He has to work on that. And I think with more reps, he'll be fine. Would I take him to try out at the Steelers? Absolutely. Yes. Why would I not? I am team talent. I don't care what your name is. I don't care if your name is John Doe. I want you to be in the Steelers, and I want you competing. Like, I want competition. I want the best of the best of the best. That's why all season I'm like, oh, who are we getting? Asante Samuel? Yeah, sure. Bring them on in. Who else are we getting? Sure. Bring them in. It's why I've never been on board to let go of Highsmith. I've never been on board to let go of Pat Freiermuth. And what happened? Darnell Washington goes out this week. And guess what? Another tight end gets to slot in. And do I want Darnell Washington healthy? Yes. When he went down, was I panicked? No. Because I was like, there's somebody else that's going to come in. Because when DK went down that 1 week, I was like, oh my God. Because at that point, we didn't have anybody on the team, right? Like, we didn't have the best. We didn't have anything. And so when I think it was like a rolled ankle, whatever it was, I remember thinking like, what are we like? Are they even going to think we're going to throw the ball down the field? So my point is like talent, more talent. I don't care what your name is. I don't care. I need talent. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yo, that is real. And that is for sure funny because a lot of us felt like that with DK. It was like, hold on, DK, whoa, you can't get hurt. Yeah.
Get up.
Even when Rodgers was out, we was like, oh, it's Mason. People still on the Masons like, oh, Mason. Or even the Will Howard cross. It was like, you saw some optimism. That DK one, it just felt like, dude, we just got kicked right in it. That hurts. Yikes.
The DK felt like the wind was sucked out of me. Because I was like, is he? He's not real. Like, I was trying to what do they say the stages of grief are? Like, I was in denial. Heavy denial.
I
was like, it's football. Yeah, people get hurt, but like, he's not really hurt. It's probably like his shoe is like untied or something. Like, there's no way he's actually hurt as he's limping on the sideline. So that was not great. So anyway, those are my thoughts about Shedeur. Why not? Why would I not want him to try out for the Steelers? Let's see. Any other good questions? Some of these, listen, we are a positive space. Okay. We're a positive space.
There's plenty of negative channels out there for you, though. You got a lot of negative opportunities out there.
Why do you think if you have a very negative comment that I'm going to take my energy and we're going to waste our energy to talk about your negative comment when you clearly already have your mind made up. So
unless you pay for it. If you pay for it, then we're
obliged. If you pay for a negative comment, I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, put your money behind that negativity. Don't waste our energy behind your negativity. It's a difference. It's definitely a difference, man.
Stand on business. Stand on business.
And that's my thing. I'm like, if you negative, man, be it. Lean into it. But lean into it. That's all we said. The positive comments are the positive ones. Take priority. If you want to have the negative, just your compensation will definitely escalate it. All right. That's it. How you think headboard and all that got brought up into the conversation, right?
That's true.
It becomes priority when it's conversation with it. It's like, you know what? If you're willing to pay for this, all right, let's do it. And we still got our rules with that, right? We say, bro, if it's racist or anything like that, you know that ain't about to happen. We ain't doing that, right? But it's like, yeah, man, if you truly want your negative comment read and you feel passionate, you really want that answer, yeah, man, just compensate it, bro. That's it. But everything else is like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to
and
the
if
positivity,
you
baby.
be added to my sticky, so that I can ask the question at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Only super chatted, good things are on
And-
here. So if you want to be funny,
Mhm.
I like funny. Like I like funny. I'm okay with funny, actually. Like, make me laugh. I appreciate
And to piggyback on that, it's like, that's who she authentically is. The same way this is who I am authentically. So if you're not a positive person, don't be. Don't be something that you're not. If you're naturally just negative about it, don't think of that as a bad thing. Unless you think of yourself as a bad person, and that is personal, right? That's just the individual part. But yeah, man, we're naturally positive. I'm naturally, when I wake up in the morning, if I am alive, it is a great day. Tomorrow, I can tell you right now, before I even get to it, it's a great day if I see it. Why? Because so many people don't get to see tomorrow. So if that is my baseline for what a great day is, you really think anything that takes place with the Steelers is gonna make me feel like, I can't be happy. I'm not gonna be positive. You catch what I'm saying? I can be overly critical, talk about all the stuff, which we do, right? We do it all the time on multiple shows, multiple networks, right? But it's like, I'm just a naturally positive person. Some people wake up and the first thing they say is, oh my God, it sucks today. Right? I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I've never done that before. I don't know what that feels like. I got up on the wrong side of the bed. I can't. I'm alive. If I'm alive, it was a great day. It's been great. Let's ride. I might not be happy the whole time, but I love where I'm at right now, man. Let's ride. Let's go.
I think that what you're saying is a good point, because I think that some people don't realize what it means when you just are positive. Like, I don't think a lot of people, like, I think some people think that this is an act, but the truth is, this is how we are when we're talking offline, when we're communicating at any point. Like, we're the same way. Like, this is what you get. Like, nothing Moats has said since we've been on live ever has shocked me, has come as a surprise. There's only one thing I might have said to him that might have come as a surprise.
That's cute or whatever, but that's cute enough. Outside of that, though,
But it wasn't against who I am, Yeah. And I think that some people just don't realize, like, when I hit record, I'm the same person as when I don't hit record. Like, and if you
some
remember,
people feel like they got to do that. Yeah, some people feel like they got to do that.
Yes, I'm a literal hot mess. Now, I will say the one thing I don't do live that I do personally is I do cuss a lot. I don't live, but I do in my real life cuss a lot. Yeah. So that's one thing I take down. Okay, let's see. We have a super chat here, and we have a couple of cool questions that I have flagged. So,
but once again, before we get to 12th Wonder, shout out to all the positive people. If positivity gets you going, hit the like button and subscribe. And if positivity is boring, corny, forced, negative, it disgusts you or it makes you feel any way less than happy, well, like I said, man, shout out to you as well. All right, that's your problem. Shout out to you as well. But I'm gonna be who I am. She gonna be who she is. So, like I said, man, y'all be who y'all are. But I personally think, if being happy and positive is all these other, negatives, just remember that it goes both ways. So, whatever y'all feel this is, just remember, put that mirror up when y'all get to talk about how y'all feel, and that's how I feel about y'all. All right. So shout out. All right. So whatever y'all say, baby, I'm with you. Okay. Shout out to all the homies out there, man.
Yeah. So this is an interesting question. If the Eagles move off of AJ Brown, what do you think about signing him? Given we aren't paying a franchise quarterback.
It's
a hard no for me. That's just my answer.
Go ahead. What you got? Go ahead.
No, I just think no.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think is AJ Brown a phenomenal talent, wide receiver, all those things. Yes, I think AJ Brown is going to thrives in a more established offense and a more consistent offense, and he needs the ball. And I don't want a DK AJ problem. I would rather not have that problem. That's just my opinion. And he makes a ton of money. So I don't know if I want to tie all of that money up in receivers, because that's exactly what the Bengals do. And I don't think that that's a winning formula. So those are my reasons for no.
Yeah, I just simply say, man, we got DK, who's already a $100 million receiver. You add another $100 million receiver. And like you say, you're Cincinnati. You're out of balance, man. He's talented as heck. The same way GP is talented as heck, the same way DK, AV, all the other elites of the elites, and you know how you have to manage those dudes. You got to feed them and everything like that. If you didn't already have $100 million receiver who we would be saying the same thing about, right? Because we don't look in prior to DK joining us, we weren't saying that, oh yeah, you ain't got to worry about DK. He's the most calm, relaxed. You never have to worry about him being disgruntled or choking a player out or anything like that, right? No. It's like, yeah, bro, we already have something very similar to that. So to add another one to that equation that's going to cost just as much, maybe even more, it's like, yeah, bro, we ain't trying to do all that. Now, if DK wasn't here, if DK was going to be gone, I think different conversation. But to have them both, I'm with TaNeisha. I'm cool.
Yeah. I love that. So Rod Dallas, who always has my back, says studies show that the most intelligent people cuss a lot. So you're good, Dr. T. Thank you.
Frustrated. She'd be so frustrated with you non-PhD people. She's like, God dang it, you son of a muffin top. Oh, Lord. Yep. I get it, man. I get it. Yep.
I think it's actually that I spend so much time in like professional put together spaces. I have to write articulately. I have to explain articulately. I have to deal with students professionally. I have to present professionally. I have to go to conferences. There's like so much that you have to do a certain way.
Always buttoned up.
To me, when I get to like just be me, I am like, hey, F that. The hell if I do, I don't give a shit. Like this, like I'm free. And I think that is why, is because when I get to just like let it all down and let it all go, I'm like, and then everyone laughs at me because they're like, you're such a professional cusser. Because I never lose the way it sounds. Like it still sounds proper. But yeah, anyway, so thanks for that. Let's see. There's another question that I liked. Okay, here's another one. Do you guys think, I am not a guy. Do you guys think that Ramsey will get more snaps back at nickel once Kyle and Peppers are both healthy, especially since the secondary with Pierre has been better and more consistent? That's a you question. That is not where I shine.
It really just based on Duggar's health. That's the only reason why we haven't seen Jalen back at nickel or even outside corner. That's part of why he had to move back there. Remember, Deshaun Elliott got hurt, and then it was like, man, Peppers was hurt at the time, so that was why we had traded for Duggar, and Ramsey had moved back to safety, and that was the big storyline, right? Guy just got signed via trade, dude playing a new position, and they both came in and played like rock stars, right? And we talked about some of the production that we were getting from Duggar. We know what Ramsey has been all season, but we just haven't had everybody healthy at the same time. Even last week, it's like, all right, you got Peppers back out there. He was getting some snaps on defense along with on special teams, but you were without Duggar. So that's what you had Chuck Clark. So it's like, okay, and they had some plays where they would play Ramsey in the nickel, Peppers and Clark deep. Thing is, though, you just don't love that the same way as you would if it was Peppers and Duggar, or if it's Ramsey back to one of those guys. So that's part of the hiccup. Now, the way that Pierre has played has opened up doors, right? So that's why you can see Ramsey not have to be in such a hurry to get back to outside corner, because you're like, okay, we feel good about that. And even with Brandon Echols, the way that he's been playing that nickel, that's also why you didn't feel a big push from, hey, I got to get Ramsey out the middle of the field. I got to get him out that safety spot, because those other guys have stepped up. So going back to what TaNeisha, or what you had said earlier, right, in terms of, having a plethora of talent, having depth, having those pieces to utilize, whether we're talking about outside linebackers or tight ends, this is the similar space. It just wasn't this preseason. Is morphed into that because of the addition of Kyle Duggar, the addition of Jabril Peppers. So yeah, once those guys get healthy, you will see Ramsey moved around and back to being, that middle nickel dude, man, when you can use him around the line of scrimmage a little bit more, because I think he could be even more productive in that space. But it's more so the health element has been why we haven't got that.
Okay. And no worries. It's okay. Believe it or not, I'm used to being called guys.
It is.
It's normal. I'm used to it. I'm a
used to be called guys too, so I get it, man. For sure.
I am a tomboy. Yeah. I think that's why I have such thick skin, because I'm used to it. So, but I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Let's see. Question for both of you. Who should we draft at defense in the 2026 NFL draft? I don't know enough yet on it, who's declaring and who's not from college football. So I want to see who actually declares and who doesn't to be able to answer that question.
Yeah,
That's my answer.
Yeah, say.
Okay.
I can't even tell you. Like I joke about the whole quarterback thing, but it's like I don't anticipate us taking a quarterback in the first round. So for me, I haven't even looked to that extent of, hey, these are the guys that we should be taking. These are the guys who should be targeted. These are the guys that are projected to go here. Like I'm a in the moment dude. So like when the season ends, I'm gonna hit you with all that. I get you all that.
Yeah.
Now I'm loosely following someone, but I can't just sit here and be like, yeah, that's the guy you want to take. Get this pass rusher. I'm like, yeah, the only pass rusher I can tell you by name is Bain from Miami. And it's like, yeah, I don't know when that's getting drafted. I can say, oh yeah, we'll love it in the first round. But you see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't even know where we're going to be drafted. We got how many picks? It's like, yo, are we going to sit there? Are we going to move up? Like, I don't know just yet. So that's what I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. But, you know, yeah, we're going to figure it out though. Give us some time. Give us some time. We'll get it.
We have another one. When we drafted QB, we should have drafted another QB after that. When we drafted QB, we should have. I think maybe that's a question. Maybe when we drafted QB, should we have?
I was reading it as a statement. Like if we draft like a QB, we should draft another.
I agree with everything that's trying to be said here. I think though. I do agree. That even if we draft, because we drafted one last year with Will Howard. I think if we draft one this year, and if it's whatever it is. Yes,
I think he was saying like two in the same draft. I think he's saying draft two in the same draft is what I was interpreting.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to draft one.
That's what we saw, like what they did with RG3 and Kirk Cousins. That's how I interpreted it. Like,
is that what you?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't know.
Do you agree with that? Would you want to draft two in one draft? That's what. Like, I feel like the Falcons kind of did that.
That's what they did. Yeah, they signed Cousins and then drafted. They went luxury, right? $100 million to Kirk Cousins first round to Michael Penix. Yeah.
Let me see if he commented something else to see if that. I don't see.
I was looking for his name. I didn't see.
Yeah, I don't see any other ones. Okay, maybe he can clarify, because if that's the case, we just butchered the whole question.
Yeah, because I was like those. I was like, we can go a lot of different directions with that one. I'm like, are we saying just draft quarterback this year, draft another one next year? Different conversation. Yeah. Two in the same draft. All right, different conversation as well now. Yeah.
Yeah, if you come back and clarify, I'll put it back on the screen and we'll try it again.
Yeah.
Somebody said I am a little spicy. I am always spicy. This might not always be it.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I like this one. Okay. Who is the most realistic starting QB for the 2026 season? An agent, free agent, veteran, a rookie, or someone in-house now? Will Howard, Mason, A-Rod? What a great question. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna just give you an
answer. Because if A-Rod stays, he's always the guy, isn't he? Or
Steelers want to operate from within. So if Rodgers is here, they would give him first priority and then kind of go from there. If it's Mason or Will Howard, they're gonna bring in a free agent anyways. We use the term aging as I guess like a negative. I just say proven. A guy that has shown that he could play at this level. That's how you become old at this level, by sticking around, right? So I don't look at aging as bad or anything negative like that. I know that's kind of like how it comes off at times, but that's how I look at that, man. I know rookie is supposed to be like optimistic and always, it's a rookie, and it's like, rookies suck. So man, absolutely, man, absolutely. But that's how I see it, man. Rodgers would be first priority if he would be returning, and then from there, they're gonna look at that veteran market. Yeah.
Okay. And then I have one more comment, a super chat, and then that's all we're going to do for today, just so you all know.
Hey, shout out though, man. Hopefully y'all was enjoying it though. You know what I'm saying? All this positivity that you guys can it was funny that we got in trouble for being too positive on a positive, but it's a win week. Usually we get in trouble for being positive on negative weeks. It's like
when we win, we are okay to be positive, I guess. So here's the clarification.
It's corny to be too positive, though. It's corny to be positive. I was like, man, I see it.
Somebody said that. You usually don't say that word.
You don't see it. Yeah, when I say, of course.
I was like,
you know when I speak, when I speak. And look, it ain't for everybody, but they know who I'm talking to. Yeah.
I was like, why is he saying this word? He doesn't even use this word. What are we doing right now?
They caught their whole. That was early. They got what they needed. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We should got another quarterback. I think I'm still missing it. So Malcolm, and I'll make sure to put your comment back up here if you answer this before the show ends. I think we're asking you, are you making a statement or are you asking us a question?
So 2 QBs in 2026 or 1 QB in 2026, then another QB in 2027 is what we're trying to figure out.
Right.
Yeah, because those are two different things. But it's like, if it's 2 in this upcoming draft, or if it's 1 in this draft, 1 in next year's draft, then we could really, get what you're trying to get answered and everything like that. We just don't want to like go this direction. And you're like, no, I wasn't even asking that. I was talking, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
You said yes, but yes to which one? Because he just said 2. And then we'll give you an answer. So is it
I like this.
What we need to know is it a statement or is it a question? If it's a statement, fantastic. If it's a question, retype the question and I'll make sure I put it on the screen. And then let's get to the super chat.
Yeah.
So the super chat is $5 from 12th Wonder.
12th Wonder. Shout out to the 12th Wonder, man. Let's ride.
Oh my gosh, I kind of like that. Okay, sorry, I got caught up. How much input does Coach Tomlin have on OC DC affairs? What if he stays the head coach, but Khan selects the coordinators and MT just lets them cook?
How do y'all think it works? Because, like, to me, I'm like, you're a part of a team. You're a part of the staff. Why wouldn't the head coach work with the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator in any capacity? Like, why wouldn't he want to know that? Why wouldn't he want to make sure that we are all on the same page if we are truly a team?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Okay, he doesn't know how it works. That's why he's asking.
Okay, so all right. So I continue explaining because at first quarter I was interpreting a little bit off because sometimes people view that as like why is he involved? Get his hands on. It's like, no, bro, you're all working together. So yeah, he's gonna have involvement on offense. He's gonna have involvement on defense. He's gonna have involvement with the preparation day to day in terms of Monday through Saturday. But on game day, yeah, he allows his coordinators to call the calls. TA calls those calls. Arthur Smith calls those calls. Now, people will try to use that as indictments for whatever they want to push narrative-wise, but there isn't a space where a head coach just doesn't talk to his coordinators at all. It is like, hey, coordinator's his job. Just shut the door. Nah, that's not realistic, man. That's not how that works. Everybody in there is in communication with each other. Everybody has to be locked in with each other because we have to know our style of team. If you want to run hurry up offense, but we don't have a defense that can sustain it, we need you to slow that thing down. We have to work together, right? Those are the things when we talk about the Steelers style of victory these past couple of years. We say, hey, bro, offensively, y'all don't turn it over. Defensively, we're going to do this. Special teams, this is how we're going to do it. But we all have to be working together. We all got to be locked in. We all have to understand what the message is top down. So to me, I don't feel like there's a scenario where you're going to get a head coach in a successful situation that does not have input, that is not involved, that is not hands-on. Because regardless of how those coordinators do their job, it is the head man's job. It's his neck that's on the line. When they don't win, head guy's going to be the guy that goes. We already know this. The first time they have a losing season, or if this thing ever bottoms out, right? They not hollering about this. The head guy. And that's his staff. The staff goes with the head guy, right? We break up. What's his coaching tree? Coach is like, bro, they all locked in. They all be in it together. He ain't worried about we're here. And if you can, step up underneath, and that's why you promote from within and all that other stuff. But that's the mindset with it. So that's what this is right here, man. That's how we operate here in Pittsburgh. And to me, I think that that's a healthy way to be successful. When you start doing this is how we operate over here, which I've been a part of those teams before. It wasn't a lot of winning. It wasn't a lot of success. And personally, it wasn't a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting question though, too, is, because I think the question, the reason why he's asking the question is because we don't always know or see or able to touch or understand the inner workings of the franchise. We just know kind of what we think we know. And I think
people run with that though. People run with that and they're allowed with it. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I was a little annoyed with this one. This got a little history on mine. Yeah. I'm like, oh Lord, let's do it.
I could feel that. But I don't think that's what he was asking.
Yeah. I was like, Yep.
He's trying to make sense of how, because he said how much influence, like how does it even work?
Yeah.
Because I also think too, we see the draft process, right? They now show us that. We don't often see when things are happening, like with coaches and things like that. And so I think that is where that question was coming from. It's more of like
even piggybacking them. Look at the draft process. It's never just the head man in there by himself with the GM. It's all of them guys in there. We all have to be in this thing together. And that goes back to just when we talk about as a whole team mentality versus we like to point the fingers when something is going wrong, or we want to minimize our role in the negativity and highlight our role when it's something positive, right?
Right.
And the team, you don't get to do that. When you're trying to win something as a collective, you don't get to, hey, I ain't do that. That was on you. And then when something good, hey, look at me. Nah, we all in this. Nobody's bigger than the team. One band, one sound, right? Yeah. These are all the different things you hear people throw out, all these different monikers. It's like, yeah, but you really have to execute that. And from my personal experiences, the Steelers do that. Coach Tomlin does that. And even with this process of hiring coordinators, it was like, yeah, you've heard the story about when they went and found or got Brian Flores in there, right? It's like, yeah. He go upstairs, ask for that. Can I get that? Yeah, I get that. All right, bet. Why would he have to ask that? To get the approval from the top man. But then from there, everybody's on board with it because, this is the person who's going to help this squad out. And It doesn't mean that, hey, now that you're here, you're establishing that you're, locked in. We don't have to talk to you anymore. No, we're going to work together. I'm going to pick your brain. You're going to pick my brain. We're going to collab because we're all trying to do what? Man, the unthinkable, the impossible, what they say can't be done. Why even try to get it, right? They trying to do that. So that's, the big way that it all works out. So Omar Khan, man, he's always involved, or before Omar Khan, it was, Kevin Colbert. All of those guys are involved in these conversations, and everybody has a different, flavor of what they might like or what they might be looking for. But it's going to be team. It's going to be team related, man, with all of those guys working front office included.
I feel like and we're going to end this here, but I think it would be helpful. One show, maybe in the off season, we can have a show where it's like, who's responsible for what? Like, what is happening in game day? Because I think sometimes everybody is assuming on the sideline that Mike Tomlin is calling the defense because he's the head coach, and they think that he's calling certain things.
Only when it's something bad. Only when it's
right. And so I think like, no, but I don't feel like people really talk about the process of what's happening when you're on a sideline. Who are you listening to? How does it work? How does it flow? Because I think that's a huge piece of why people just blame whoever they want to blame to make themselves right about the person they want to be right about instead of understanding the process. So anyways, with that, I'm going to end this show on make sure that you go to both of our channels, like both of our channels, subscribe to both of our channels. If you have any comments that you would like to be posted that are positive comments that tells you how Moats is so amazing. Hey, no, he is the best NFL player and that you've ever seen.
I think we're about to say something for real.
Life. What did you do, bro? You leave those comments in the comment section, and I will gladly share that love and that support with the fabulous and always amazing Arthur Moats, because he is actually fantastic. No one on the planet is as amazing at communicating with the fans. He's always nice and important. He's amazing. He's also super important. So he also happens to work for the Steelers, and therefore he has to only say certain things. So if you want to be positive for my friend Arthur Moats, and if you have made it to the end of this live and you want to leave some comments for Arthur Moats, I'm all here. I will screenshot them. We will add them to the screen. We will be good there. The other thing is, it's not your turn. Don't interrupt me. It is not your turn. It is not your turn. Oh, I'm so sorry that I went against you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that I went against you. I'm sorry that I said what I wanted to say and not what you wanted me to say. I'm so sorry. Also, if you want to become members of both of our channels, you can become members of both of our channels. We will also be back tomorrow for Victory Formation, where we're talking about the Miami Dolphins and all of those good things. And now, because I said all of these positive things about Arthur Moats, I'm in trouble. But I want to end with this, and then we'll end with Moats. Because we beat the Ravens. So having said all of that, I'm done. So you go for it.
I was literally in the midst of all this nonsense that you spewing over there, okay? Because I am literally just a guy named Arthur. That is it. I was going to say, we had another super chat that came in, all right? At the buzzer, somebody has shot one in at the buzzer who was like, you know what? Let's make sure we acknowledge that, all right? 12 Wonder has spent the block one more again, all right? Shout out to the homie 12 Wonder. Okay, shout out to 12 Wonder. He spun the block.
That's what you get for interrupting me.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah. You're doing all this positive stuff. We can't talk about this positive talk. All right, I'm not trying to be positive today. Leave me alone. I want a positive day. Cut it out.
We got it. Awesome.
There it is.
Okay. So from 12th Wonder 45, best screen name for today. I'm just saying that I believe Coach T lets the coordinators coordinate, and he just does his job. His is in all caps. The media spins it like he goes Bill Belichick and does everything himself. Also, here's $10. We love that.
Shout out to 12th Wonder. We do appreciate you as well. And yeah, so what you said is exactly how I was interpreting, because that second part when he was like, yeah, that's how the media spins it, literally is like, man, I felt like since I've hopped into the media space, even in the terrestrial local media space, the national media space, the YouTube media space, it's like, yo, it's always well, how does it work? Who actually calls and who's the court? And you're like, all right, I'm waiting on you to give me this grand old reason why we should fire Coach Ty. Let me hear it now, because he works with the court, because it's like, all right. So that is pretty cool though, man. That 12th Wonder doesn't have that perspective. So I appreciate you on that. And my apologies. Okay. I try to pride myself on not carrying baggage, but you know, them comments be coming through and yeah, I was over here like,
when I saw you, I was like, I don't think that's what he's meaning. I don't think what he's saying. Like,
it is like, let's go.
Come back.
He's outdated. I get it. You know, people like he's outdated. So I'm like, I get it at times. So I'm like, you know what? Let's roll, man. Like, hey, if y'all want to talk it, we talk it. All right. Y'all know how I feel about it. Top 10. All right. Top 10. Top 10.
Somebody wants me to be president. Yeah. Somebody wants me to be president and you to be the VP.
You got my vote. I don't want to be VP. That's way too important. All right. I'm a chill guy. VPs are for people that want to influence you. They want to help you and represent. I ain't into all that. All right. I told you. I've checked out of that space. Okay. I used to want to put the cape on and be the spokesman and be the hero and just come on, guys, follow me. Now I'm like, I'm gonna be happy.
They said TG is for Secretary of Defense.
Shout out to my dog. Shout out to the homie.
I love that. Anyways, we will end on you. Is there anything that you want us to say, that you want us to know? I am hitting the end button no matter what you say. I think.
Look, I have nothing for the people. All right. It's been a great day. It's been a great time. Hopefully y'all enjoy this victory. Hopefully y'all enjoy this turn up. Hopefully you also enjoy the fact that, like I said, with Coach Tomlin, he is officially now tied in the top 10 for all-time NFL career wins for a head coach, tied Dan Reeves. All right. So let's make sure that we also acknowledge that in the midst of every comment, whether it's positive or negative about that man, that is still a major accomplishment. And don't get me started on how quickly he did it as well. So yeah, that's all I got for you, baby. I'm good over here. So now that we got that being said, remember, guys, it's okay to cry. All right. So if you need to cry. All right. Y'all know, as they come to, I don't like your comment. Make sure you cry. Okay, baby. Make sure you cry. Get it all up off your chest. All of it. All of it. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, we will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Okay. You see that improvement? We got to improve perimeter. You see these borders improved? You see, he's improving. He's a starter. He's a starter, folks, for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You're funny.